So we've got a good soaking rain this morning. Two different air masses today. This morning we've got soaking rain. We should get a break. It's stable this morning, so no severe weather threat. But then this afternoon, you're going to notice it. You're going to feel it outside. Temperatures are going to come up. It's going to feel spring-like, and well, there goes the atmosphere. It's now unstable, and we've got that severe threat this afternoon. So here's how it plays out. We've got our good soaking rain moving in now. You notice the yellows and oranges in western Ohio. This is off of thunderstorms downstate. We're going to get that rain in here over the next couple hours from west to east. It's going to come down real good. And we've got a flood threat that continues. Our rivers, creeks, streams are all swollen right now from the rain we had yesterday. There's a flood watch for our southern counties, but area-wide, we're going to deal with some minor flood concerns as we go throughout the morning with this batch of rain. Eventually, this all clears out, all right? And then we turn our attention down to the south and west. There's an area of low pressure coming out of Kansas. This is where the energy is to the atmosphere. South of the warm front and east of the cold front, this is called the warm sector. This is where your severe weather threat is, and this threat in this warm front is expected to translate into northern Ohio this afternoon. There are still questions in my mind in terms of how far north the warm front makes it. If the warm front settles here, your severe threat remains here, and we don't have a severe threat off towards the north. But models as of today, or as of this morning, are still indicating that warm front makes it up across a good portion of northeast Ohio. Storm Prediction Center puts out these numbers. I hate lines because it's like, oh, bad here, not here. Not the case. This can change. What I want you to take away from this is a trend. There's a severe threat this afternoon, and it's on the higher end of things because things are going to come together dynamically in terms of the atmosphere to be able to produce some pretty decent thunderstorms today. As of right now, there, you're saying, Matt, it's 45 degrees. That's not severe weather. Well, things will change. That warm air mass is down to our south. Eventually, that's expected to surge north. So I'll show you what I mean. Models have had a decent handle over the last couple hours on this. This is your National Design Mart hour-by-hour forecast. I take you up to noon. We're still in the 50s. There's still some fog. It's really not unstable yet, and rain is moving on out. But watch what happens as we get into the afternoon. We're now bringing warmer air in here. The question still remains, is the modeling right? Are we going to be 70 Worcester, 60 in Cleveland, or does this warmer air get further north? Does it stay further south? That's the big question, but either way, we get warmer into the 60s and even 70s in our southern communities this afternoon, and that may make it all the way up towards the lakeshore, but you'll feel it outside this afternoon once we get our break. That warmer air will start to move its way on in. Then we'll turn our attention down to the southwest. I mentioned that low pressure. We just got a new model run here. Notice how it brings showers and thunderstorms in here as we get into the afternoon hours. All of those have the potential to be severe. There's lots of shear in the atmosphere today as well, so a lot of those will be supercells, so we do have a tornado threat with that as well. And then as we go into the afternoon and especially into the evening hours, that's when our severe threat will start to subside as we bring an actual frontal boundary in. And then in terms of tomorrow, we'll have some sunshine mixed with showers, mixed with grapple, I would imagine, because we're going to have some cold air aloft, just much, much different tomorrow. So in terms of the timing and the threat levels, I haven't changed these since Betsy's forecast last night because I don't see a reason to change it. 3 to 9 looks good. And again, a higher level threat for all of these things, including tornadoes. Flooding is going to be the threat, not just this morning, but all day as that runoff continues to sink on in. The problem with the rain, we're going to get more of it. But it's not just localized, like in the summertime when you get a heavy downpour in one community and then it kind of runs off into streams. This is area-wide, and so all this goes into the same streams and rivers, and so that's why we have that continued flood threat throughout the rest of the day. So in terms of things to do today, 3 things to know. Timing, again, is this afternoon. It's not this morning. Potential for all modes of severe weather, and then I want to make sure you're weather ready. What does that mean? Well, just make sure you have a plan in place. How do you get warnings? Are you able to get watches and warnings on your phone? Because if not, technology's made that so easy to do. The WKYC app is a good way to do that, to sign up for it. You can get location alerts based on where you are. We're going to be with you all afternoon. We've got full weather team on staff. Holly's coming in this morning. She's going to do updates every hour on the web. I'm going to come back and join Betsy this afternoon. So your weather team is on it, but I want to make sure you're on it and make sure you're weather ready for that as we go throughout the day. Long Ranger, this system gets out of here. Or does it? It kind of lingers with another wave of low pressure that swirls over the Great Lakes. We'll have a mix of rain and some wet snow around here as we go on into Wednesday night and Thursday. By Friday, colder air is in place, so we'll have more snow than rain. Not a big deal. There'll be some sun in between. And then that clears it out for the weekend. Saturday looks good, but cool. Sunday looks good, starting to warm up. And then here's our Monday. If you're planning the eclipse, home opener, all that good stuff, we'll have rain on radar out towards the west. And then eventually that moves in, but it's fading. So we may get a shower in here on Monday, but there's going to be dry air in place. So I think a shower and then back to sunshine with high clouds. I'm still very optimistic about the eclipse as we go on into next Monday. Again, shower chance is possible, but other than that, I think we'll have sun and some high clouds around here. Should still be able to see it. So there you go. Union Home Mortgage 7-day forecast. It's like a 63 sandwich here, the 7-day. We've got 60s today, maybe 70s down to the south, much cooler the next couple days. Then your weekend looks good. A lot of people in town for the NCAA women's tournament, and then a lot of people in town, especially on Monday. And all next week, Isabel, we turn spring-like 60s and 70s for multiple days. If people are asking where spring is, next week is your week.
It's coming. We just need some patience.
Just some patience, especially when the snow's pelting us on the face on Friday.
I'll try to remember that. All right. Thank you, Matt.